You're watching Pond Bank Farms. I'm Ben Lichty. Stay tuned. It's going to be a good one. Hello guys, and welcome to the not so fun side of farming. Today we got to change this boot. I worked on cleaning this up a bit so we could do that. The big pile of supplement down here because as you can see this is broken. So the job today is to change this boot, or one of the jobs. Obviously we hope to get more than that done today, but we did have a family brunch this morning and I actually came from my in-laws earlier this morning, so I haven't done much yet today. But we're going to be changing this boot here now because obviously we have to before the feed truck comes. Okay, that should be all I need. I guess we'll see. So I'm realizing now upon opening up the hatch here, a lot sits in here, which makes sense why it rusted out, because there is salt in the supplement blend. I should have looked maybe more into getting like a plastic boot, but we have a steel one now, so I don't even know if they make plastic ones, so we'll put it on and see how it works. I guess it's gonna be a bit of a fun time here, but anyway. Okay, it's got it out of there now. That one's spinning inside. Okay, new boot installed. As you can see, it wasn't quite empty, but I think we can actually save some of this. So let's get the auger back in there, and I actually bent something up there a bit, so I gotta see if I can straighten it out. Okay, so I had bent the what the motor sits on there, so I bent that straight now, and she works like a dream. Very good. Okay, now it's cleanup time. Okay, Dad is coming to stir a bit more manure. It looks like he made a little progress here. He's gonna do a little more stirring, and then we're gonna move the pump later on to that gate right there. And then we'll end up at that gate, and hopefully we can get the pump stirred from there, and then we'll haul from there as well. Okay, we are cleaning the scrape valley here. Field cap. Okay, we're gonna quick put this pump over there. I'll do it the quick way. Okay, just like that, we are moved. Okay, it's set up, ready to go. Initially, we were not planning on putting this opening here, but being that we dumped some manure in from the heifer barn right there, we wanted somewhere right close so we could stir it to there. And we're glad we did, because the 3 spots, I don't know if we could get it stirred around with just the 2. It's a bit of an older style pump. Now it does pump like crazy, but it only has 1 nozzle, which is closer to the bottom. Ideally, I believe they make now 2 nozzles. So the best is if the nozzle is just underneath the surface. and that seems to work the best. So when this pit's full, it's a little harder to stir, but it works. It works for now. Anyway, we got it set up now. Dad will probably come back here as soon as he's done calves, which will be soon. He'll start stirring it around. I'm gonna go finish my work with the veal calves. I had some help. Well, Clyde, are you ready to help Daddy feed the calves, or we gotta give the calves straw?
Yeah.
Bed them up. Always nice to have a helper. Did you know there's a lot of little boys and girls that watch you sometimes on here, and they like watching you work? Maybe. I don't know if they watch or not. Sometimes I think. And a lot of other little people that you don't even know. Can you say hey to all the little children watching? So we got the upstairs of this barn full of straw. I probably never actually showed you up here before, but it's just full of straw. Luckily we can drive everywhere up here with the skiddy, so we try to take advantage. Okay, that side is bedded. That's actually our first time bedding this side. We got 8 calves in here now. These are our larger calves. 11 calves in here. This side's bedded. We split a bale for the 2 sides, so that should keep them dry for I don't know how long. I find the tricky part with veal calves is figuring out when they're wet, because from what I'm seeing, you don't see it as much as with Holstein dairy heifers or cattle. They get darker, the manure. This manure stays kind of light, so they can be very wet, it seems, but you don't see it as soon as from what I've been gathering. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. I know there's a lot of veal guys that watch this channel and they're probably like, what are you doing? But we're learning. That's what we're doing, I guess. Get the nephews to help, they said. And I said, good idea. Put those young men to work. We're just picking up the plastic here. I guess I'll get out and help. Good job, good job. You got a lot of energy, gotta get it out somehow. That's how you gotta do it with young men. A little bit of hard work, it's good for them. That's what I did too as a young man. Some of them are kind of buried in the ground, which isn't overly fun. I see these kids working out here and it reminds me of all the energy I have lost in the past 10 years. Just that youthful ambition. You can't replace it. All this was scattered on the field, so yeah, it looks better. Thanks for the help, guys. Look what Gare managed to pull off. He got the pick going around from 2 spots. This man's a magician. A magician.
I think it must be Gare or something. Never before we got to go around this fast.
I still gotta move the pit pump anyway. If I'd have known, I could have put it. Well,
Well, maybe it wouldn't have gone more than, I don't know, but I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know if there's much of a crust.
Okay, well, if the good Lord wills and the creeks don't rise tomorrow, maybe we'll be hauling some liquid manure. There's a little chance of rain in the morning, but it's going down, so red sky tonight. You know the saying, red sky at night is a farmer's delight. Red sky in the morning is a sailor's warning. Well, red sky at night, farmer's delight. Let's hope, let's go. Maybe. Guess we'll see. But before that, we gotta put a hitch on the manure spreader. Interesting. So tomorrow morning before we haul manure, I gotta go out with the roller and roll one last field yet. The first field I planted this spring, it's been planted a week now or something, and I'm a little concerned because it's a field my grass seeder, some of the hoses popped out of, my air seeder, some of the hoses popped out. It's gonna look pretty rough. So when it grows a bit and I can see what I missed, I'm gonna have to go over with the air seeder again and just patch it up, I guess. It's basically the only option, I guess. Guys, Noon is so innovative. I brought my car up here because I didn't know what tools I'd need to change this. Look at this. It's literally how this comes out. What? It's too easy. And we gotta keep this because if we ever do get a larger tractor, these are not cheap. I love it. I love it. Alrighty. Good night, y'all. Big things tomorrow. Good morning, guys. So they completely took the rain out of the forecast here. It is a little bit spritzing a little bit right now. It is cold and damp and obviously too wet to go yet. So we're going to try to drain the oils out of that tractor and replace them all this morning. And I'm going to try to drop some here before breakfast. Okay, we're just driving the tractor down the road to get the transmission oils warmed up. I had the fan on the air seeder going. That should get the hydraulic oil nice and warm. So right now the hydraulic oil is coming out. Then we're gonna pull the transmission out yet before breakfast. Okay, so I'm just stirring here a little bit until Dad gets back, and then as soon as we get this stirred up to what we think is acceptable, I think it's dry enough to go, so we're gonna haul manure on the wheat then. Okay, we're gonna leave that set like that, and it should be able to kind of stir up by itself now that the pit's going around. And I'm gonna go do a bit of land rolling while the tractor's still hooked on. Just one field, and then we're gonna hook the tractor onto the manure spreader, grease the manure spreader up, and see if it's stirred up enough to start hauling. The wheat's starting to green up and look pretty good from what I can tell. A little on the wet side yet by the looks of it, but we'll try and see how it looks. Well, it's definitely drier on top than I thought. It looks wet, but there's no mud, basically, hardly any mud sticking to the rollers. We have a ton of stones we gotta pick up, kind of go from here on this side of the field, because we're gonna be disc-binding this, and stones are a problem with the disc-bind. So we're gonna have to come out and pick some stones. I don't know if that'll be today or even this week, but we're gonna have to get that done at some point before the wheat grow too high to see the stones. Okay, we are done. And now we're gonna haul manure on this field. Fueling. Okay, we got what I think is most of the hoses hooked up. There is one that is a bit different than was on the old one. So we got the brakes, which is this one, and it came along with, I actually tucked it in underneath, and there's really no place to plug that in. Not sure. I should probably call about that. So while getting new things is fun, it's also not. We just gotta, it's always something. So this is a zero pressure return line, the one I wasn't sure about. I called and asked, and this is our zero pressure return line coming off of here. So this is a male pioneer end. We just gotta find a female pioneer end and then just go on there, I guess. So that wasn't very tight. Okay, everything hopefully is ready to go. Let's see how she runs. That should work. We're gonna put it down just a crank or two. Something like that. Okay, so I learned the hard way. There's a at least I was in the field, but there's a on our old spreader it was 2 hydraulics to open it up and start spreading. On this one I guess it's just 1. The second hydraulic I learned the hard way is there's a big trapdoor on the bottom. You're supposed to just be able to open it up to drain it at the end, and I opened that up in the field, so not sure what'll happen to the weed right there, but anyway, live and learn. Got a pretty good feel for it now. I'm gonna measure now, see how wide it spreads, and then put that in my GPS, and then I'll be able to figure out exactly how much we are getting on per acre. Okay, so we're gonna leave Dad to hauling the manure. He's gonna haul manure for the rest of the evening. We got to get the oil drained on the 6190, get fresh oil in there, hook onto the solid spreader, because tomorrow morning we got a custom job we gotta do, and they usually have a fair bit of manure, so it'll go into probably early to mid-afternoon. I'm starting at 5 o'clock, so hopefully I get a bit of an afternoon. I gotta do a little bit of air seeding, and I got some fertilizer coming for our winter wheat on our rented ground because that's too far to haul manure to. Stuff like that. Okay, while he's spreading, we gotta work in the shop. And we got a lot of work to do yet tonight. I gotta, pretty much all the oils are drained now, but I gotta change the hydraulic filters, transmission filters, motor oil filter, put in motor oil, put in hydraulic oil, and put in transmission oil. So, definitely got a few hours. Okay, we got the oil changed in here, just the transmission oil. The hydraulic oil, like I said before, we couldn't change. And maybe it's just as good right now because I got a little late if I had got that emptied out too. However, we're gonna have to figure that out sometime, but we're gonna go hook on the solid manure spreader now and get it ready to roll in the morning, or for the morning. Looks like Dad's parked it for the night, so he's gonna be back at that in the morning then. And yeah, we're gonna have to go late tonight, or tomorrow night for sure, because it's supposed to rain the next day. Deppin'. Fueling. So one thing remaining has to be done tonight is I gotta tighten the chain up, the apron chain. So it's a pretty easy actually concept. Basically, that's just a jam nut there, and we just gotta push it this way. So, okay, so you can see how far I extended it about. It doesn't take too much, and it seems to be better. I'm not being too picky with it tonight. I just know it had to get tightened. This chain's tight here, but I'm not sure exactly if it's tight enough or not yet, but it's better. It'll work for tomorrow, and in the daytime sometime we'll go over it. Get it right. Okay, that's it for the night. So guys, that'll be it for this video. Stay tuned for the next video. In the next video, you'll get to see me hauling manure, liquid manure being hauled, and lots of fun stuff on the farm. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you're a first-time viewer, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos on the farm here at Pond Bank Farms. Thanks for watching, guys. Also, if you have friends that enjoy farming content, go ahead and share it to them. Well, guys, that'll be it for this one. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.